As you guys may know, I reviewed the LEDSTAR AQ J Series back then, and I'll link a video up here and as well as down there. This is the LEDSTAR AQ J Series. I'm gonna do an unboxing and put it on Tank to show you guys what it looks like. So, with no further ado, let's get to unboxing. Here's where we have all the peripherals. Then, we had the light, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll check out the peripherals. The manual pretty much explains to you that you need to control everything with the app. You have the controller, power brick, more wiring, Allen wrench. And this time around, they went with the Chihiro's WRGB2 approach, where you have metal legs. And for the light, one thing that LEDSTAR loved doing is having the wiring come out from the top. But other than that, very sleek. This kind of reminds me of crown molding. This little concave area right here. And of course with LEDSTAR, you had the waterproof LEDs. There's no plastic covers. This is straight up LED where they put a film over it. So you could drop these in your tank, and I'm assuming you'll be safe. I haven't tried it. And up top, you have a bunch of grills. And of course, when you install the legs, it will be slotted in these little holes right here. And when you hang them like a pendant style, you'll be using this slot right here. And in terms of the LEDs, you have 66 white LEDs and 66 RGB LEDs. Which is funny because it's probably the wrong information. It says RGB 32, 33, 18 watts, and white LEDs is 16 watts. I mean, that can't be it because the white LEDs are point. All right, I'm not gonna get into the math. The labeling on this, I feel like, is incorrect. The setup for these lights are obviously super easy. The idea is if it doesn't fit, that's not the way to do it. And of course, you have to download the app. The app is called AQ Star. I don't know why they don't call it LEDSTAR. But anyways, I already downloaded the app, so boom, and let's add a device. It'll automatically identify your device, and for me, it's the AQJ. Go in there, let's flip this around. Oh, all right, that's quite bright. And of course, in your app, you could have auto setting green plant, red plant for moss, you have a boost setting, and you have a paludarium. If you want to go a little bit more concise, you could go into fast settings, sunrise, sunset, the gradient. I'll do a sunrise at 9 o'clock, let's say. Sunset at about, what, 5 o'clock. I usually run about an 8 hour. I don't like to go above that. So boom, time is set. Then you can set the colors. Oh, pump up the red, decrease that, decrease that. So you can play around with that. There's a whole bunch of things you can do. The gradient is interesting. That's basically like a ramp up and ramp down. So I'll leave it at 30 minutes is usually what I have. And insert name, let's call it 8 out. Commit, saved it, and I'm set. So your custom setting is saved on the homepage of the app. So you can select that whenever you want. And next step is we'll install this with the legs on the tank. I kind of want to go over the specifications because I'm a little bit confused. The AQ J Series has 66 white LEDs at 0.5 watts per piece and 66 RGB LEDs at 2 watts per piece. And the max wattage for the light is 100 watts. So the math is not mathing right now. On the box, it says white is 16 watts. I mean, how is that possible if you have 66 pieces of whites at 0.5 watts each? That equals 33 watts. Nobody proofreads. Then of course, like any logical person, what do? You go onto the manufacturer website, and the manufacturer has the version 1 on the website with no information about the version 2. Why y'all doing that? So of course, I go to the third-party seller that provided me with this light, which is Zone Aqua. And I look in the specification, and now I'm kind of clear about what this light is actually outputting. It is 100 watts, which means 32 watts is the white LEDs, 33 watts is the red LEDs,
18 watts for the green and 16 watts for the blue. Now, that makes way more sense. One thing I did notice about this version 2 J Series light is there's a lot of shimmering effects going on. When I got the AQ Z Series, there were no shimmer. When I used the Cheryl WRGB2 and also Twin Star, no shimmer. I know you guys see like the shimmering here. It looks very slight on camera, but in person, I would say way more noticeable. And supposedly this light, the version 2, is an upgrade from the version 1. The version 1 was really white dominant, so for the version 2, they made the reds higher, the greens higher, and they lowered the blues and the whites. Straight up green, straight up red, even for mosses, which I have a whole bunch of. Oh, that is bright. Boost, Paludarium, but for me, I have my custom light settings and I'm gonna go with that. And the other thing I like about these lights is the actual stands. It's using metal stands now, where the previous versions uses acrylic stands. To be honest, I love LEDSTAR LED lights, right? I think it does a tremendous job, but one thing I have to argue with them is y'all gotta get the product information straight, the specifications, so people have a place to go to when they wanna find out details about their light. So that's my quick unboxing and review. Watch out for part 2 after these plants, moss, grow for a little bit, and we'll see how everything does. But other than that, thank y'all for watching, and peace.